push buttons. So she pushes the buttons anyway.
All of them.
Intro.
All of them. Okay.
The intro.
Do you even know as you rock my camera? Awesome.
What? Your camera's fine. I can see you.
Yeah, keep. Okay.
Which you want it here?
I didn't say anything. I just said when you hit the button, the camera
Moved.
okay.
I mean, we're moving cameras.
However you want.
There you go.
Dude, okay.
There
We're
you go.
doing moving cameras.
Yeah, apparently we're playing with cameras. Jeffrey, how was your day today? With all of the
doing
funness
good
was,
until my drink disappeared.
and your life was told, not even on social media, but it was just told in general.
Oh, I know all about my life being told at work. Thank you.
Whatever, it was funny. It was so fun.
Was it though?
Yeah, a little bit.
What was that?
No, we're not telling it on here.
Oh.
But it was definitely funny. But no, I just quick jump on just to yesterday was interesting in the Post, the New York Post.
Mm-hmm.
Homie came for our necks, came for.
Sorry, I didn't want to hit it, so I moved it again. Sorry.
Just keep talking. I promise I'm listening. I promise. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Literally came for our necks. I don't know who this columnist is. I've never really seen him. I mean, maybe I'm just not paying attention enough, but I've never really seen him. And I read the Post all the time, but he was mad at the Hamptons. He just was like, yo, Hamptons suck. Why are y'all going to the Hamptons? Go to New Hampshire. What is happening right now? I mean, you guys kind of saw it. Jeff, I filled you in. Babe, you actually read the article.
Mm-hmm.
Homie was mad.
Yeah, but I took it kind of as impartial, the reality of the Hamptons for some part. Like when the big names come here, they don't hang out with us locals, and from the stories that we hear, they are very rude. They don't take care of the people that help them and support them and make their lives easier and whatever. And so I feel like in some ways when he was explaining that, I was like, oh, that sounds familiar because we know people that have been to certain events with certain, high profile people that come out here, and we hear how they undertip. We hear how they're just rude. They're just very demanding. And, I mean, I understand wanting things a certain way, but there's also a way to do it respectfully. So that part of it, I was like, I don't think he's wrong on that,
I read a couple articles. There was one that basically said that I don't know, some of the high profile okay, first of all, just so everybody's aware, the white party was originated with Diddy. I know we said this in the last podcast, but let me reiterate because I've watched some things where people are like, what's the white party? That started with Diddy way, way back in the day, which is why you don't know where it started from. It was not Diddy this time. It was definitely, you said it yesterday. It was definitely the dude that
Michael Rubin.
I think he owns a basketball team and he has Fanletics or whatever that is, which we discussed. But man, I don't know. It always, as much as having the top 1% or top 0.01% out here is helpful, it's also not helpful sometimes. You know what I mean? And I get it. It makes traffic crazy because if you don't know, there's only one freaking road to get out here, and it's a double lane road that turns into a single lane road. So that sucks. It's just impossible to go anywhere. Like, something that should take you, like, a 5-minute, like, drive takes you 20. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? It adds up, and it might sound stupid, but it does. It adds up after a while. It's like you're used to something that happens in the winter, and then the summer it's something completely different. And then when you throw this big ass monkey wrench in where, like, Leonardo DiCaprio's here, the Kardashians are here, like, every when Trump was president and or running for president, he was here and there was a helicopter, like,
I mean,
it
they shut roads down for
yeah, it's
that.
a lot of shit that you just are not used to, and so I get it. Also, we make our money in the summer.
Mhm.
So you gotta kinda suck it up, and this dude was like, "Oh, I came out to visit," or the New York Post guy was like, "I came out to visit, my lodging was substandard, and I had to listen to the railroad tracks all night, and the rich people didn't even come out to play with us." Leave the riches alone. The riches are fine. The riches party behind big ass trees and, like, they they they're not coming out to party. If you see them, I'm happy for you. If you don't
Mhm.
see them, like, we weren't expecting to see them anyway.
Mhm.
It's not Hollywood. Like, you know what I mean? This is where they come to hide. That's why they have these big trees, like, covering their front yards so you can't see them.
Yeah.
And when they have parties, they're having parties with each other. They're not having parties with us.
So do you think it was more from a jealousy kind of
I mean, to me,
post? Is that kind of what you got out of
that
reading
article,
it?
yeah, that article read like absolute jealousy.
Mhm.
Because he went to 3 different places. I feel like he stayed in Montauk. I feel like he stayed. Oh God, I don't know the way he was explaining it. I feel like I don't know. There was a couple places that he stayed, and I feel like, well, you pick the wealthiest places to go
Mhm.
with the upper echelon where people own estates, not houses, estates. Like, the name of their estate is on the post. It's not, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not a mailbox, bro. It's a whole estate, and I like, and he even talked about seeing, um, like, and he shitted on it too. It was like he saw Shannon Doherty at that one place in Bridgehampton. I'm gonna say it wrong. I want to say, like, it's Johnny something or Bobby Vance. Bobby Vance. Like, he
Mhm.
saw Shannon Doherty drunk in Bobby Vance, and it was sloppy. And then he saw uh, Sarah. No,
Yeah. Um,
what the girl from Sex and the City,
yep.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Parker.
She needed to use the bathroom, and she asked to use whatever house he was staying in the bathroom, and didn't, I don't know, didn't take pictures or didn't do whatever he expects celebrities to do. Listen, they don't have to do that. They're on vacation. It's the
Mhm.
Hamptons. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not selling a movie. They're
Mhm.
just out here to have fun with their rich friends, and I'm not mad at it. Like, they're out here to have fun with their rich friends, eat, uh go to special white parties, and go home. Like, it's
I think I saw something, and this might have been a while back. I think Eminem wrote something similar to this. It's like when I'm out at dinner, I'm not obligated to make your day. Like, I'm not because I choose to go to a restaurant and sit down. It might have been him. It might have been somebody else, but this was a while ago. Um, but because I choose to go sit down in a restaurant, either by myself, with my family, with my daughter, with my crew, whatever, I am not like you are not entitled to my
personal space.
presence. Like you're
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
and the perfect example that I can give, babe, for you and I was when we used to go to our favorite restaurant on a random day at like any other day There was no highlights. There was no news. There was no get ready, be on the lookout, whatever. We were just sitting, and it was a busy night, so we weren't sitting at our normal spot because it was reserved for other people. So we were like, okay, cool, whatever. They got us into another seat. And then what? 10 minutes later, Hugh Jackman walked in with his entire family.
Yeah, his kids.
And what did we not do?
Get up and run over there.
We were like,
and I was like, oh crap, it's Wolverine.
But we were feet away from him. Not like on the other side of the restaurant. We literally were at this table, and him and his family were at this table. And what did we not do? We did not get up from our seats and be like, oh my God, can I please have a picture? Oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. Oh my God, please pay attention to me. Because
he literally was out with his babies.
Right.
And his babies were like, one baby was sleeping on his leg.
And we recognized another guy that he was with because he was from another movie. I forget which movie it was.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something.
We could have easily gotten up from the table and made a huge scene. And we didn't do that because they're not entitled. Or we're not entitled to their presence.
No, we're not entitled to them. That's what people think, that because they're celebrities, we're entitled to them, and we're not entitled to them. And he was out with his family, and he deserved to just be out with his family.
If he's at a signing, if he's at a premiere, if he's at some sort of thing for work that's dedicated to his craft and the selling of whatever he's doing, then okay, yeah, the obligations and the responsibilities and expectations change. But for a lot of them that choose to be as normal as possible in certain situations, like, they also do have the right. I, again, will reiterate and repeat myself when I say, like, just be kind about it. But that's people that aren't celebrities. Whether you have money, you don't have money, you think you have money, you walk around like you have money, like, just be nice to each other.
Like, I mean, for me, that was Wolverine. Like, if there's anybody I wanted to run up to and be like, oh my God, it's Wolverine, he was it. And I'm not entitled to that. He was out having dinner with his family and his babies and his people, and I'm not entitled to that. And that's why I thought the article was so funny. Like, some of the stuff he said isn't wrong. Like, they come out here, they're rich, they're rude, and they're entitled. And
they make things very inconvenient. Yeah. Like you said, traffic and it's whatever.
But also too, like, how mad are you going to be? You got four real months to make money out here. And that's why everybody loves it. And that's why everybody comes out here to work. So yeah, I'll complain in my house, but you know what? Like, I'm not, I mean, I don't really care about James Harden, but if I was a complete basketball like freak or whatever, and I saw James Harden sitting at 75 million, I still wouldn't run up to him and be like, yo, bro, can I get a picture? I'm a big fan. Like, but he's out. You know what I mean? If he was at a sporting event, sure. Or like you said, a movie premiere or whatever. What was the one we did? Oh, we didn't even do like, hey, can I get a picture? It was Brooke Shields came in the deli that one year.
No, and you were hilarious.
I was dying.
When you called me, I was like, I thought somebody was dying.
I was dying.
And I walked in and you were like,
Brooke freaking Shields.
I'm
and
like,
she
what?
Is that tall and she is that gorgeous. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yep.
She's that tall and she's that gorgeous. Then Blue Lagoon forever. Even though it's weird incest story, but I don't care. Like,
do you finally have a comment over there?
No, I'm just listening. I'm just listening to this. This is a great story. Keep talking.
But when she came in, SVU when she was with Mariska Hargitay, like I lost my freaking mind. That's why I called you, texted you, and was like, and you actually got to talk to her. It was like a Christmas.
I said Merry Christmas.
Yes, and she said it back, and I lost my fucking mind, and I don't apologize for it, but I also didn't like bum rush her.
But this was also when your wife was very shy and new to the Hamptons and was like,
I mean, she lives down the street.
I was like,
she literally lives down the street. I'm not going to stalk her house.
Yep.
Like, I don't know which house is hers. I know which road it's on, and I know I can walk to it. I'm still not.
I walk past it probably every day.
Yeah, I'm still not. Even when her documentary came out, and it was absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen it, go watch it on Netflix. But I'm not gonna stalk. Like, what are you doing? We're not.
Mm.
If you're coming to the Hamptons to see celebrities, like, bleh,
They better be doing like a
because
thing.
yeah,
Oh, what?
If they're just home, like good luck being a weirdo.
yeah.
Like they better be like out and about, and they're gonna be here for something. Then come see them.
Yeah, like a big event or something.
I mean,
I
what's
don't.
his face?
I don't
What?
think I've ever seen anyone here before.
Howard Stern, and this is
I did hear that story. That was a
yeah,
good
one
story.
of my favorite stories of all time. Howard Stern lives like a half mile down the road. He he used to come in the deli really early before we even opened. And Tom knew because Tom obviously knows who he is. Like, and so he would just be like, "Hey, I know you want to come in here when nobody's in here."
Mm-hmm.
But there was one day where he came in and it was early. I was in there. It was like 7 o'clock or something. And he tried to hide. And I'm like, dude, you're 6'6". You can't hide. Like, it's you're Howard Stern. Dude, good luck. And he came in to get his papers. And this is when he first got married to that blonde bombshell that that he was married to. I don't know if he's still married to her or not. It's been like probably a decade, but um he comes in and he gets his newspapers and he comes up to me and he's like, "Can I get a low fat cappuccino mocha, no foam, no?" And I was like, "My boy, look around you. Does it look like this is the deli that you're gonna get non-fat, no foam, low whatever, add chives, mocha, chocolate,
Was this before like even the iced coffee? We just did only
Uh,
coffee.
I'm pretty sure it was
yeah,
before
it was
iced
It was
before
just
coffee.
everything. There
it
was
was just
literally
coffee.
it was before iced tea and lemonade. Like, I was like, Look around you." And he just laughed at me and left. I wasn't like, you know what I mean?
Was it just coffee and milk, or milk and half before all the flavors?
We had milk and yeah,
Yeah,
milk half and half,
before the French vanilla, the almond
regular
milk.
Lipton tea. Yeah,
Yep,
before the French vanilla hazelnut,
yep.
like squirts of this, like. And that's the other thing too, like, someone came in and was like, "Hey, can I get 2 pumps of this?" I'm like, "You can get 2 pumps of this," but it what? Like, what is that? This is not the deli that like, we're not.
We're not Starbucks, guys.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a Starbucks
Down the
another
road.
half mile down the road. Get it. Get your 2 pumps of hazelnut.
Yeah, I
That's
think
fine.
they asked Tom for a cup of coffee, like a shot of espresso in there or something.
Yeah, like, or you could get a C4 and there's your shot of espresso,
Yeah.
but
Ooh, coffee and C4 at the same time. Gross.
Yes. Like
nobody
professional.
does that. I'm just saying you're not
Gross.
getting a shot of espresso. We're just not that. That's
Yeah.
not the thing that we do,
We do coffee.
which is also why that article was so funny because it's like it j- it's just showing again how entitled you are. You think you're entitled to, I don't know, whatever it is that's out here. I don't half the time I don't even know what's out here. I didn't know the white party was happening until it already happened and was in the news, or no, when Justin Bieber's handler came in, then I was like, "Oh," and it's
That
today.
explains most of the time.
Yeah, and I
The
was like, "I had
busyness.
no idea."
Cool.
I had no idea, and I did not care, and
No, it's
most
just
people out
working.
here don't care. So if you're coming out here for the summer to
Meet
do
celebrities
yeah, good luck with that, because
on the fly. Just I'm here now. Come see me. Like no.
yeah, they don't do that. Like,
Ugh.
I know. Surviving the Hamptons, baby. That's what we do. We survive the Hamptons. It's a 4-month time span where we get to make money and whatever, and then they go about whatever they're gonna do. They go to Mar-a-Lago, and no, I guess that's Florida. I don't know, some Greek islands or whatever it is that they go do in the winter, and then you know, it is what it is. But I just can't believe how trashed we got in the paper yesterday. I was like, "Oh, ouch, that's tough."
Yeah.
You obviously don't live out here because if you lived
Clearly.
out here, you wouldn't give a fuck. because none of us do.
Well, I was gonna say, I think that is a big part of it. When you are not from here, when you're not used to being out here, what you think it is. I mean, it was a very big eye opener to me when I first got down here on what this place is, especially in the summer, because it's if you kind of take away all the glitz and glamour and big houses and you get down to just the local people that live here, like we have beautiful beaches. It's a quiet place. Like I'm like in the winter, it's a quiet place. You know, it's a lot of family businesses trying to survive and leaving legacies and generations of business and you know, but then you have the big stuff around it that kind of takes away now being here for 11 years like it's home. You
Locals
know,
are just
like
chilling.
yeah.
Like if you're local, you just don't care.
Yep.
I mean, there's every once in a while there's a celebrity that you're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I remember when I was growing up and I was a teenager, I was working at there was a Foot Locker, not a Foot Locker, one of the other ones.
Not Champs.
No, we didn't have Champs back then.
Oh.
It might have been. Maybe it was Foot
Payless
Locker.
shoes. Let's go.
Which
Shut
ones?
up.
I said Payless shoes.
No,
Payless.
it was not fucking Payless. Shut up.
I don't know.
It was definitely like a Foot Locker, and I worked in it in the summertime. And Julia Roberts came in. That was cool. And then we had, and get this, we had Caldor. Caldor was where the Kmart is, and my grandmother and I were going into Caldor to get some stuff, and Jamie Lee Curtis walked in. Like every once in a while, you'll see it, like, and you'll be at the right place at the right time. But
I saw Nina Garcia at Kmart too
yeah, I mean,
from Project Runway.
it just you'll see them when you see them. They're not out here to like hang out with us. They're not out here to like populate the local bar and give you a good night at your restaurant or your bar. They're just out here trying to do regular people shit.
Mhm.
I can't even say that because they did the white party and that was definitely not regular people shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like they're not out here to make a ruckus. It's just that the press knows that they're here, so they say a bunch of shit, and then I don't know. Almost rich people get pissed when they can't see them. Like I don't know how else to say it, but
I mean, even if they are out here to make a ruckus and make a scene and flaunt what they have and whatever, we also live in the space that they have these places to do that. They all have houses out here. They know somebody that has a huge estate mansion out here. And if they want to come out here to, it's almost like know your surroundings, know where you're at kind of thing, you know? So we know it's a possibility. We deal with it when it happens, or if it doesn't happen, or again, we didn't even know.
yeah,
We didn't know.
I wouldn't know. I'm not like I'm not on TMZ. I'm not on any of that crap. So I probably wouldn't. I didn't know until it actually happened. But yeah, it's
they have that ability to do that too if they want to. And again, they have the people that they want there. And if you happen to be the person or know the person that knows someone in said circle to get yourself there, then good for you.
I just thought it was funny that homie was like, they won't dare come out and mingle with us.
Why would they?
That was my question.
I don't understand why you think that that's what they come here to do. Walk amongst
Not
the
at
people.
all.
Like that's something they're gonna have a good time doing.
Not at all.
No.
Not even a little bit.
To get swarmed by billions of people getting touched. Like no.
Yeah.
No thanks.
It's the same thing that I feel like when they're at like a game or they're at, like you said, your press release or your whatever, and people feel like they can just touch them. Like, what?
Yep.
Like, no. They're there. If they want to stop, take a photo with you, sign autographs, have a meet and greet, like fine. But
if they're out with their family at dinner, like just let them be out with family at the dinner.
you're not entitled to touch them. Like, they don't owe you a photo.
No, they don't.
If you want to look at them, go watch them in their movie, or go watch them on play basketball, or go watch them play baseball. Like, that's what they agreed. That's what they signed up for.
It's also too, I'm sure that on the same night that this white party happened, because we keep using this as an example because it's the biggest example we have right now. I'm sure that there were other parties that happened that night, and nobody cared that they were invited.
There were multiple other parties.
That's what I'm saying, and nobody cared about the fact that they weren't invited to those parties. So in the circle of things, or I mean, like with the white party, that's their circle of friends that they chose to have a party with. You didn't care about, someone over here and their circle of friends having a party at another mansion, and didn't feel like you were left out, and didn't feel like you missed out or you deserved to be a part of that party, or the
Good point.
or
That's
the
a good
smaller
take.
party down the street, or the even smaller party down the street, or I mean, and you can keep going around because it's the summertime.
That's a really good take, because there were definitely, and it was in the article too, there were definitely other parties that were happening, and they were like, I don't know, older rich people parties.
That's what I'm saying. There's constant parties all over the
But
place.
because it was like the Kardashians, Tom Brady,
Yep.
Leonardo DiCaprio, whoever else, like,
Yep. When you get to that certain status,
yeah,
you become,
that's a good take.
you become, people feel like they are entitled to you.
Yeah.
And that form of entitlement is probably also another reason why a lot of them keep their distance as much as possible. I mean, someone did post a picture because Justin Bieber did go into Golden Pear.
Oh.
He did go into Golden Pear. So I don't know if he went into Golden Pear first and then realized how much he didn't want to be around people and then sent his person
because his handler came in to our store,
right,
and fed their people like that.
Or maybe he went to Golden Pear because it was just for him and his wife. Whereas this one was for a lot of people, which would have taken more time, which would have made him be in the store much longer, or for whatever reason it may be.
Whatever it is, you're still not entitled to them.
Exactly.
Like, they're allowed to stand at Starbucks and get their coffee without you being ridiculous, or feeling like you have the right to see them or take pictures of them or whatever. And yeah, I mean, maybe it was just the style of the party. Like, Leo was there with his girlfriend Gigi Hadid, or I don't even know, but the supermodel Gigi Hadid. I don't know if they're together or not, but it's kind of sounding like. But yeah, and then Justin was there with his wife, and there's just. But yeah, you're right. There were other parties happening, and nobody gave a fuck that they were happening, and that they didn't get to see the people that were at those parties. So,
there's small little bonfire parties around everywhere. It's the summertime. Like, people are out late at their houses and going swimming and going here, going there, going out to restaurants and, bar hopping and whatever. And nobody cares about that because they're not of whatever status that these celebrities are. But whenever it's someone of that type of stature, we are expected that they make time for us. And at the end of the day, they don't have to. The same way I wouldn't invite somebody just because I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there was somebody of that high stature, I was not going to invite them just because. Like,
yeah, I mean, honestly, for Jeff and I, we're just trying to fight in the store to be people. Like, just recognize us as people and not your servants, and we're fine with that. After that, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's not. I just don't snap your
Oh,
fingers.
that lady today. Oh, that lady with her sandwich.
Oh yeah, dude.
Tell me.
I can't.
You didn't tell me.
She looked your wife dead in the
my
eyes
face. Yep.
while she was like looking at the sandwiches that she had in their order, and it's like, what's a 3 eggs, bacon, and cheese? Seriously.
I'm sorry, what?
So when we hand out sandwiches, we write on the sandwich what it is. So if it's like 3 eggs, bacon, and cheese, we write 3 BC. If it's 2 eggs, bacon, and cheese, we write 2 BC. Like, if it's 1 egg over easy bacon and cheese, 1 OE BC. Like, it's
Shorthand, people. Shorthand.
man,
Follow me here.
I literally, it's like the fucking Bible. So you just whatever. So she literally has a sandwich in her hands that says 3BC on it, and she looks at me dead in my face and asks me, she's like, what is what does this mean? What does this 3 eggs, bacon, and cheese mean?
Mhm.
3 eggs, bacon, and cheese. Like, you just said all the words. All the words. You read all the words. Like, you just but she literally looked me dead in my face and was like, "What does 3 eggs, bacon, and cheese mean?"
And
And I
waited
was like,
and waited for a response.
"Yeah."
She
Like,
wasn't
we were
even
both
gonna pretend.
sitting there staring at each other, and I was like, "3 eggs, bacon, and cheese?"
Bueller.
Oh, okay. That's
Bueller?
awesome.
Anybody?
I was like, "Okay, that's great. You're good. Nice." What? I was just looking at Jeff like,
Like you heard it too, right?
"Oh,
Like
Like,
you heard
I
it
what
too.
is
heard it.
happening? You
Like,
just
I
said
don't know
all the
what's happening.
words. You said every word and every syllable." Okay.
Well, this morning I kind of had a similar experience at boxing. I didn't have a chance to tell you. So I did tell you there were some new people there, and I think there was like 5 of them that were there for the first time. And today you did the circuit station. So each circuit station has the small whiteboard that's written, whatever the combination is, and working on footwork and stuff like that. So our coaches are walking around and trying to help the people that are unsure of what these mean. And I get it. When you first come into boxing, it's very confusing. There's a lot of numbers and nothing makes sense. However, I will say, I heard someone say, "Oh, so when you write slip, it means slip. Every time you write slip, it means slip." And my coach is like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh, okay. So then every time you write roll, we roll." And my coach is like, "Yes."
Mhm.
He's like, "Oh, okay. So every time there's a slip, it says slip and you slip. And every time there's a roll and you write roll, we roll."
Should we should,
And my coach was just straight faced like, "Yeah,
You figured it
exactly."
out.
should we be more empathetic to these people? Like, I haven't quite figured out whether I should be more empathetic to these people. Like, did they just really not know? Or
Oh.
what? I don't. Or is it just me because I'm projecting on them that how could you possibly not know?
Listen, it's possible. Maybe it's a new place, it's a new thing. Maybe this is the first time that this woman has seen writing on her. Listen, we're trying to be a little more empathetic and understanding that maybe she's never had it written in just letters that didn't say a full word. It's possible. And listen, first day of boxing, I know how confusing that day
Yeah, I'm
is.
good with that. Like, I understand first day of anything, but anything athletic, I think I'm more empathetic to. But words, like when you walk into CrossFit and it's your first day of CrossFit and they're like, EMOM 12 minutes T2B,
I was
like,
gonna say, and
you know what I mean? Like,
that was my fault because I abbreviate everything, and
the
I'm like,
writing,
yeah,
the CrossFit writing is just
it takes a minute.
It takes. I get that. I understand that.
Yeah. PW. What's PW?
When someone says
Power.
roll,
Yeah.
the word is roll.
There's no abbreviation. Yeah.
I or like you literally asked me all the words. You said all the words and asked me all the words. What does 3 eggs, bacon, and cheese mean?
I don't know how to answer that. Pull a Jeff.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, I don't know how to answer that.
3 eggs, bacon, and cheese. Like
I
I
just work here,
really,
guys. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm trying to be super accommodating, but some of it is just like.
And you try really hard, right, Jeff, to not be sarcastic, and you're like,
Oh,
listen,
I do.
you're
I
just
do
setting,
so
you're
hard.
setting the scene really like You're handing me the platter. I'm about to give you all the sarcasm on that platter.
I think you were so happy that I answered it, because if you had to answer it, it would have been bad.
I wasn't
Would
sure
you
if she
have
was
answered
being
it, though?
serious or not, though, because she was
No,
just
she was serious. She looked me
because
dead in my
she
face.
said it, and then we all waited. We looked at each other. She just was like, "Oh, she's really waiting for an answer on something that she just said the answer to."
Yeah.
But that's the same thing with the phone calls when they call and like say Ted's Market, how can I help you? And like, oh, is this Ted's? No, it's not Ted's today. Like, yes,
What'd you
still
say?
Ted's.
You're like, it's Frank's.
Yeah,
Today it's
it's
Frank's.
Frank's. Sorry, we're Frank's today. I don't know. Like, yep, still Ted's. How can I help you? Like,
I-
they're just
it's a good
waiting to
time.
talk without listening for whatever. It's fine.
But that's us just surviving the Hamptons.
It's
What we do.
That's how we roll.
Yep.
All right. Till next time.
And hopefully they'll start paving our parking lot tomorrow.
Oh, girl.
I don't think so, and Tom is gonna throw a fit.
No, they said they
You
were
don't
going.
think so?
No, the dude came today and he was walking around outside, and so and Tom talked to him, and I think they are going to pave our driveway tomorrow. But if they don't, he's going to lose his fucking mind, because people can't park in the parking lot right now.
People have been, though.
He's been
You
losing
see
his
those
mind.
people that have been moving the cones? And
Yeah, because they know it's not coming till tomorrow, so they're like, "Oh,
Well,
I almost parked in there
they
today
saw
too." I was like,
they saw
"Fuck it."
Tom do it, and they're like, "Oh, we could just park back here."
Yeah. Oh,
For me, I just hope that they get the shit done by Friday, because we're supposed to pick the dog up on Friday. I don't want him to be there for 2 weeks because you guys want to drag your fucking feet.
Oh,
Like,
he's gonna have a fucking aneurysm. If
I
he's there
know.
for that long.
I know, if he's there for 2 weeks because they're choosing to take their
He
sweet
is
ass
gonna
time,
be so mad when he gets back and just tear everything up.
he's not gonna talk to any of us.
He's gonna tear everything up. It's like, nope,
Yep.
y'all left me there forever.
Yeah. He'll be angry at us. So,
It's
all right.
all right.
We'll get back to another episode of Surviving the Hamptons later. Love you guys. See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.